Hello everyone, I'm counting the votes, and the card you wanted me to talk about most is the Mana Wyrm. That is definitely a tricky one to talk about. Where to begin? Well, first of all, the Mana Wyrm is one of the first cards found within Hearthstone, where originally it had 0 base attack, that now has been changed to 1 attack and 3 health. Whenever you cast a spell, the Mana Wyrm gains 1 attack, since the creature just loves to feed on mana. The pet Mana Wyrmling, it says that the Ethereal Rashad began breeding these enigmatic creatures after learning of their ability to feed on arcane energies, whereas the red Mana Wyrm seems to have fed on the Cabal's corrupted red mana, causing it to grow in size as well as its power. It has double the attack, double the health, trigger has twice the effect, and it costs 5 times more to play it than the regular Mana Wyrm. The Untethered Wyrmling mentions that a Wyrmling's temperament hinges primarily on how long it's been since it fed on mana. Remember to feed your pets and the Wyrmlings should be happy. There's another race whose moods can be improved by feeding on mana, namely the Blood Elves, which is where the art from the card comes from, the cinematic from the Burning Crusade. Blood Elves were originally called High Elves, but they changed the name in honor of those who had fallen trying to defend their home from Arthas and the Scourge. Arthas used the Sunwell to resurrect Kel'thuzad, which corrupted their source of power, leaving them with no other option but to destroy it. They quickly found out that they had become dependent on their well, and they were now searching for new sources of magic to sustain them, be it fell magic, or as we saw in the cinematic, devour the delicious Mana Wyrm. Magic is not the only thing that the Mana Wyrm likes to eat, as shown during our questing in Sudomar. We were busy helping out the Nightfallen with growing the Arcane, but that project did not come without complications, and the tree attracted insects. This placed the Arcane in great peril, yet Felystra had seen something like this before, in their vineyards where the Nightborn turned their magic into Arcwine. Undercover, we made contact with Margot, who showed us the way that they counter the insect problem by sending the Mana Wyrms to prey on the insects that prey on their trees. This keeps their precious plants whole, and the Mana Wyrms eat very well, so we took a bunch of the worms back with us to clean up the Arcane problem, and eventually we had a beautiful full-grown tree. So if you're wondering about the origin of the Mana Wyrm, to my knowledge, that has not been explained. One of the first enemies that new Blood Elf players have to deal with, they are Mana Wyrms, since they have lost their control. Many of the creatures here on the Isle, they were at one point bound into non-aggression and complacency by their magic skills, and then when the Scourge destroyed the Sunwell, their hold over these creatures scattered. But the arcane slivers, they are the remnants of the control they once had. As such, they might be usable in fashioning a new device to aid them in regaining their control, so adventurers dare send out to retrieve these arcane slivers. The Mana Wyrms were used to guard their burning crystals, which powered the Isle's experimentations, but again, the Scourge invasion messed all of that up, and now their only course of action is to put these creatures down. Defending the crystals is not their only use, since during Mr. Pandaria, we saw the Sun Reavers, who brought a couple of them over to the Isle of Thunder. Though small in size, they have the ability to cripple casters in combat, something that the Kael'thas offensive could not appreciate, so again, the worms had to be dealt with. We make the sound very easy, and usually the small Mana Wyrms are not a big problem for a seasoned adventure. These small, simple creatures, they just float about, they consume stray pockets of arcane energy, but in the Tower of Karazhan, tables are often turned. What at first glance appears harmless may be revealed as an enormous threat. Adventurers fell down through that rabbit hole as they returned to Karazhan, and they found themselves face to face with a massive Mana Devourer, or actually it was a regular size one, and they were the ones who would become teeny tiny adventurers. The fight against the worm, it was definitely challenging, but killing the rest of them after returning to the regular size, that never felt better. And that's about all I have to say when it comes to the Mana Wyrm. Perhaps now hunters will appreciate them a lot more as their pets, since with Legion, they are now able to tame them and use them in battle. As always, I'll leave it up to you guys and girls to decide what card we're going to talk about next, so leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and who knows, your card might be used in the next video. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time guys, see ya!